Welcome everyone. Here's one of the most unique toys ever made. A favorite that I had as a child, and now you can see this exciting toy in action. And these are relatively available, surprisingly, because they're from 1967. That's right, over 50 years ago. And it's called a Strange Change toy, featuring the Lost World 16 fantastic time capsules. Crush them, create, crush, create, again and again in the Strange Change machine, which is what this is. I mean, really a very cool concept, and someone figured out how to, and we'll go through the process of how to be able to heat something up, crush it down, and then when you reheat it again, pops back up. And here's kind of the process. We'll go through it on the actual box, but you get these kind of little plastic chunks that then when they're heated in the machine come alive. So let's look at the machine, the box in general. This is the original box. This is by Mattel. These are the kind of different creatures that you can smash and bring back to life. A mummy, some creatures, a scorpion, dinosaurs, robots, some really nice stuff. But I wish they had a lot more that came with this. I don't know how successful this was. But they didn't come up with too many extra kits, so it became a little bit boring. Create them, crush them, create them again and again. Let's go to the side here. So this kind of gives you a better idea of what the actual system, but I'm going to show you the entire system of how it works. But you get this machine, you also get this kind of play area, you get a play mat, and so it's very, very creative. And again, on the other side of the box has the same thing on that. Now, here's a more color illustration of what I just showed you. So you get the machine. Here's the play area. Because, the process of doing this is fun, but after you do it 10 or 20 times, it's kind of boring. You got to do something else. So here we go again. Includes a 3D landscape, storage base, and illustrated map. I think I have all that. And you get 16 different creatures. So what we're going to do here is see if we can actually open this up and see what's in the inside. So, some packing for the machine. Now, I guess I don't have the mat, or didn't get it with it. I wasn't too interested in the mat anyway, but this is just a little blow mold, very inexpensive to make. This is the Lost World where you can put your different creatures on after you make them. Give you a good view of it. It's nice to see these things up close, especially if you are interested in this, have one, or had one. I had one as a child and bought this a few years ago. I must say it's one of the coolest things. I mean, Mattel had a whole bunch of very cool actual toys for years. Make your own toy soldiers, the different molds you poured goop in. I mean, that's a really good idea to make things kind of exciting and kind of crafty for a kid to keep them a little more busy. But this is an ultra cool device. Let me position this again while I get the machine. We'll go through the entire process of making one of these in part 2 of this. But in part 1 here, we're just going to show you what the machine looks like. Let's get this here again. So here it is, Strange Change Machine by Mattel. That's pretty much the sticker. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this to some degree. And you have this. Now, this is quite cool as well. It just plugs in. And we'll take this, as I said, the second video will show you how it works. I put all the creatures pretty much that you're going to pop up in here, made them into these squares. And all they are is these little, they're, what, about 1 inch by 1 inch, kind of a 1/4 of an inch thick. They feel like plastic. That's all they feel like, is a piece of plastic. Apparently, these have undergone some process that when they're heated, they restore to their normal or their original form. Some sort of gamma rays or some strange stuff. But they're, they come in different colors, as you can see here. Yellow, green, kind of this is a red or fuchsia. You get a prongs because this is very hot. Mattel was known to make toys that you had to be careful with in that day and age because they got really hot. But I'm not sure they could do that today, but certainly it was. Now, this is where everything goes in. Basically, this is just a heater. This is just a heater here. You can close the top of it with the thing here. So this is the little chamber. You can open and close it here. You then take one of these and put it in here when it's hot. We're going to show that in a little while of how that particularly works. So you take one of these and the things, you drop it in the center, and it will start to expand. And then you take it out with this as well. Now, then you also, here's where you heat them up again, and then you crush them. So you heat them up, and you put them in this particular, and this is just really a press. You put the object in here, and then you're able to crush it down to this cool little block. And you see it even has a little impression on it that says Mattel, which is kind of cool. So you press that, and you'll see the creature, and we'll go through the whole process. It says Mattel on there. Back it doesn't have anything. And you use this little press. Pretty cool. So a really cool idea that someone came up with of how to actually do this to make a cool little toy here. And there are, as I said, very varied, and we'll go through all of them, very varied, basically different things that will pop up here. As I said, there's a robot, there's a mummy, there's dinosaurs. Really cool. As I said, it's unfortunate they didn't make a lot more of those. There's only probably about 10 or 15 total. And this is makes the play a little limited at the time, I guess. But you did have a place to play with them. And I'm not sure this hung around very long, so it may have not been too popular because of the limited. But you do have this nice little container here, which is really, you take a little bit of care and it's safe. You could really hurt yourself with this as well with younger kids. And as I said, let's go around the entire thing here. So this is 120 volts. It uses